First blood again. Mercy. No, a bit late on the reaction. So no first blood advantage this time in game 2. Denog, we got a goddamn Meepo.
Don't make me explain the Meepo, man. It's been so long.
No, you don't need to. I'll explain why I think this is not a very good Meepo game. There's so much AoE damage.
Yep.
There's so much AoE damage to address the Meepo. I mean, I can imagine the Beast Master as well with the axes is not going to be fun at all. Erica, if he wants to, can go Blade Mail and like max out Dispersion. Have fun with that.
Sunray,
which, how do you kill off the Phoenix? Like inside Supernova, you have a Marcy to deal with that. But this is all besides the point of us thinking that this is like an incredible Spectre game to deal with the Zeus, to deal with the Shadow Demon. Like it's a god tier pick, and they did not really hesitate at the 18th when they picked the Spectre.
Yeah, seems pretty amazing to be honest. I mean, and again, like, who's taking objectives, really? Unless you get an amazing Meepo lane, then good luck. Just having a review of all of his stats as well. I mean, 8 armor is pretty nice, and that's why New's already gone into the Wild Axes to be able to contest against that and at least be able to claim some last hits. I don't know, man. I'm struggling to find a way that they're going to be able to pull this one out. Also, I do have to say, I know that Nomad said that we knew the way that Fluke and him were going. They did mean Vici, so if Cloud are able to take this, I don't want them saying, oh, I knew it. Just
well, you have to point that out.
Oh, they're trying to swindle every win possible, I know
I get it. Oh, I get it. Any little one-up they can get on us, we'll make sure there is absolutely no gaslighting.
Yeah,
I respect
the score is 3-1 at the moment, so we'll take our lead and run with it.
I mean, you also used to gaslighting me. You got to make sure that you see any opportunity for someone else to gaslight. You're like, yeah, we'll stop that one short.
Bro, you keep going on about this gaslighting. All right, you know, gaslighting doesn't exist. You made it up because you're crazy.
All right, very cool. That's very nice of you to say. I'm crazy. What are you though? What does that make you?
Not a Zoomer born in the year of the dragon in 2000.
Fear the freaking dragon. All right, you keep your mouth shut. You respect the dragon.
Bro, I'm a Wyvern spammer. What do you mean? Of course I respect the dragon.
And isn't that is a Wyvern a dragon?
Oh, don't start this debate. Don't. I don't want this to begin.
Nice. Oh, I've hit a deep spot there. Holy.
Nah, it's just for whatever reason it keeps getting brought up, and I'm like, you know, just who cares? It's a flying flappy
That's all that matters.
Yeah,
that's all that matters. That's all we need. We've got a couple of flying flappy things in with Vici Gaming's lineup, so at least they can kind of flap themselves potentially to victory.
Yeah, they didn't end up going that full fire-based draft, more like 2.5. The Jakiro. Just rounding that out a little bit. So half of their entire draft is based around fire. I like it.
Butterfly effect? Sean. Setsu just continued to spam out with the slight. We saw in the previous game there was a lot of rotations coming out from the supports to secure some of the power runes. Of course, we're not at that stage just yet, but looking to see what supports and want to do over the next kind of 30 seconds to make sure their side lanes are safe enough for them to rotate. Because Butterfly effect would love a rune, but he goes back inside his own jungle. He's going to see there's no bounty for him to take.
Yeah, and I mean, Cloud supports are pretty abysmal at rotating in terms of like what they provide in terms of effectiveness. They want to be staying in that lane as much as possible, either, you know, harassing in the terms of the Shadow Demon and Treant being that beefy frontliner, getting the leech seed off, making sure that you're able to continue farming on the Meepo. That is one little combination that's going to be fairly decent, right? The multiple routes that you've got, so the Guardian Greaves isn't necessarily going to provide you with complete safety once it comes out. You've got the Overgrowth, of course, plus the Earthbind coming through from the Meepo, and even just the leech seed in the middle of team fights is going to affect all the Meepos. So even though you got all this AoE damage, at least you've got the AoE heal to be able to counter it.
I do wonder what this build's going to be from Meepo as well. As he does get that divided we stand, so as soon as the ultimate's leveled up, they're going to start to get aggressive onto Newen. This would be first blood picked up. Unfortunately, it's Star if that finds the bounty for it. You would have loved to give it over to Ice Limit.
Mm-hmm. I think he's going to get plenty of farm on his own. You've already had Mercy at every opportunity go back inside of the ancient area, and he's already built up a stack of the camps there. You could look to give that one over to the Zeus, sure, but I feel like Meepo is also super capable of quickly taking those, accelerating the net worth, because we know with Meepos, you've got like a very small window to be able to close the games out. You can't let it go super late, especially against this Vici gaming lineup. You've got a Spectre to deal with, and then Phoenix is going to be high enough level that his AoE damage is going to be insane.
But Vici have kind of already prepared themselves for this eventual mass farm that the Meepo is going to be able to find. You see there's a deep ward kind of towards this top outpost, scouting out the stacks and scouting out the Meepo clone that's up to his own shenanigans. So they will be aware of this. FY is even dropping another ward as well. Do their best to keep tabs, but Starf has been able to read this.
Yeah, he's going to need to wait until he's level 4 though for the flying until he's able to get onto that high ground. I guess if Shadow Demon makes a rotation, you can toss out the Shadow Poison to reveal the high ground ward, but you know, any chance that you can get as a Phoenix to keep Tree and Protector out of the lane, you're fairly happy. Actually ends up dropping his own ward. So FY is going to know
now
where
that
the vision is.
that he will see if he wants to de-ward it afterwards and maybe continue to stick around. Ember's actually going to try and refill up in the resources and TP back so he can contest this power rune.
So good luck on the Trio Protector trying to like get 2 hits in as a Trio Protector, especially with Fire Spirits on you as well. He's even waited long enough that he's actually going to get rid of these. Oh, who wins the battle? Oh, he got it. Very nicely done, Starf. I feel like FY is going to hang around and just use the Fire Spirits onto the high ground. He's going to need another ward though. He's actually been outplayed here.
I don't know, man. Is that all actually Butterfly Effect? Might have been some trouble as Setsu. Instant use to the Arcane. I'm gonna try and dive deep onto the tier 2 tower, but Butterfly Effect will be fine. Even Ice Limit, he's like, alright boys, I'm coming to play. Setsu, he's out of remnants and he's gonna be brought down. If Meepo wants to bring his other clone, they'll probably need the extra control, but he's hesitant. Finally, we'll bring that extra member to provide the Earthbind that does push him out of the lane, but he can always TP back, or maybe he just wants to make a farming rotation through the jungle.
You know, it's good that they're able to get these early kills. It's at the expense... I guess they've got a Treant to be able to park up on the top side, right? Probably one of the better heroes at being able to defend the tower, at least until the... What are we finding? Yeah.
Well, we're finding a dead Zeus. FY and Yang were able to set up, and then Setsu's like, thank you, boys. You've done your job. It's now time for me to come and be rewarded with the kill.
It's really just around that Helm of the Dominator timing, which I believe news just finished up, that they might try and put a little bit more emphasis up on this top side of the map. Erica might just look to wait for him to hit onto that level 6, have the Haunt available for the extra scouting potential.
Deny yourself. He might get denied. Oh my god. Oh, Yang tried to de-ward the cliff, so even send his courier over as well to bring that one down. Is Setsu gonna go for this? He doesn't have maxed out Flame Guard. I don't think he can bring this one down.
No.
It's a big stack though. You have to protect it on Cloud. You cannot let these stacks go.
FY. Just getting some D-wards happening. Who's actually going to protect this? I mean, I feel like Zeus is going to come back into that camp, right? Of course, it would be great to give it over to Meepo, but I just feel like it's going to be a little bit too slow to take that one. Zeus, with almost maxed out Arc Lightning, is going to do a far better job.
How would we like to see them utilize the Marcy level 6 now? Are you wanting to rotate down bottom, or do you need to be a little bit more hesitant with this usage just in case if it's on cooldown, then Vici Gaming can play aggressive?
No, I think you can look to potentially make a kill happen, but against the Spectre on your own, I just don't think that's going to be the case. You can probably get at least one usage out of it before the Phoenix hits level 6 for the Supernova. Is, well, look at this, they're trying to take it away with the 2 supports. The Flappy Flaps trying to take it away from... Mercy's doing his best. Butterfly Effect is going to look to come in, and they might be able to pick up a couple of kills for themselves.
But they will. They'll get FY. It'll come at the cost of the Thunder God's Wrath to secure the kill. Does look like Radiant. They got a couple of the creeps. Maybe even Setsu's going to be able to clean up some of them as well. So, not the worst. Do you want to still stick around?
They're getting top tower all the while.
Yeah, look at that. It's just so much attention put on the opposite side of the map. So new, once again, back-to-back games that the off-lane from Vici Gaming is off to an incredible start.
I mean, we were so impressed with him during the last chance qualifiers, weren't we?
Yeah.
When he was going to be, almost felt like every single game he was Vici Gaming's best player.
Mid lane. Look at this, Erica instantly with the horn set up thanks to Setsu's chains means that butterfly effect will not be able to escape this aggressive maneuver from Vici Gaming. First horn of the game and a big kill for them to find another death onto the Zeus. And man, that cannot be playing from behind. That is a lot of their early to mid game damage.
And it's so important that they were able to get that tower up top as well before this 10-minute mark, because now New can just look to rotate through the dire jungle. He feels very, very tanky with all that farm that he's been able to pick up. Still a little short of the Vlad's offering. Maybe he might look to finish that one up before actually joining the rest of his team to try and take the mid tower with the siege creep. I feel like FY is probably just going to keep this wave here for as long as possible. I want to just buy that little bit of extra time.
It's quite a concern if this T1 tower goes down mid. I don't know where Dire are going to be able to farm. His Meepo's not going to have a jungle. Again. Yeah, that's a great point. We saw last game those towers fell incredibly fast, and might be the same case this game. What do you feel like they're waiting for on Vici to maybe to try and attempt this T1 push?
Yeah, just that Vlad's on the on New. He's got it now. He's still 1,200 away from the Helm of the Overlord. I don't think you could wait enough for that one. But FY, again, he's done a really good job of keeping this siege creep alive. You know, not wanting to push the entire wave out. He hasn't really been right-clicking the siege creep. Just wanting to keep it as alive as possible, keep it stationary there in the wave, but
Setsu?
Unfortunately...
Oh, nice dodge. It's a cute attempt. Star tried to go in with the pogo stick into the overgrowth, but Setsu is no sir, not today. And now they're going to come to defend the tower. FY is going to TP with the threat of the supernova, and Setsu will follow up onto CSJ. All they've got is really the chains, but that won't be able to set up for the ice path, and well, that's all they really need. Maybe not. CSJ gets to jump away thanks to the net living armor, but Setsu will still be able to cut him down from afar. And meanwhile, mid lane is now under threat. So Vici Gaming love what they're doing in regards to their resources, recognizing what heroes need to be in the right place and not bring everyone to help out with that bottom defense.
To Cloud's credit, though, they only used one TP to be able to make that happen. So they're able to rotate back, still have potential to be able to defend this tower, especially if they needed to do it urgently. So it'll stay up, and again, Dream Protector is level 6, so 3 points in that living armor means that the tower's going to be safe for now. It's going to hold them off at least until that Helm of the Overlord comes out.
Oh, just smoked under a hawk.
It's really great. Getting into the habit of that today, aren't we?
Yeah. I got to give props to the Beastmaster players, just been able to read them perfectly. Smoke is not going to work out. They haven't used that first unleash of the game. We're pretty much a guaranteed kill, and you might run into them.
You'd be happy to pick up this Beastmaster right next to a tower. I'm not sure if that's where you want to go for the kill.
They're going to see him, though. Radiant, they're smoking top. I think they're going to be a little bit too late to keep him alive. He's surprisingly tanky. Do they have the damage now? Yane's going to try and cover him with the macro pipe. They'll secure the kill, but it looks like it'll come. It's such a grave cost as all of Vici Gaming show up to make amends to the Beastmaster going down. CSJ will try and jump into the tree line, but there will be no escape for the position 3 on Cloud.
And again, that was, I believe, only the support TPs being used to be able to claim that kill. So 3 for 1. You've still got the potential to come down bottom and defend this tower, which they do. Erica, he might even be trying to claim this kill.
Yeah, they'll get it. Or maybe not. Chain's already being used, who will be able to TP up. Sure, they'll make sure that doesn't happen again now with kind of the lack of stuns they have between Vici Gaming. But really importantly, you send Ice Limit back to base. Like, that is time that the Meepo is not getting farm, and a timing that we expect early on for the Meepo seems like it's going to be hit a couple minutes late.
Yeah, it was a very important kill to get onto the Beastmaster. Obviously, you got to hold him off that Helm of the Overlord timing. You tried to, he was still able to get all 3 of those assists in that fight, so he ends up getting it anyway, and now they're just sieging the mid tower. So the the curse of having these two very defensive style supports is coming to bite Cloud. You know, they just didn't have the damage to be able to convert on that catch.
They might be in trouble. Setsu's going to remnant on over and look at the shadow damage, just putting himself forward. Take me instead of my Zeus position too. Well, they'll do just that, Vici Gaming.
Cloud nearly got the bottom tower though, so there's little things going their way. Looking to open up the map a little bit further. What's he going next? BKB feels pretty damn important, right? The job is just deal with that egg in the middle of these team fights. Try and... Gonna need to put someone on the front lines to try and bait this out. You might need to wait until you get the mechanism on the Shadow Demon as well, just because it feels to me like Meepo needs to be that one.
It doesn't seem like they're ready though to contest this Roshan. Well, they don't even know the Rosh is going on though. They will actually start to see the Corys funneling towards the pit, but yeah, they're in no position to be able to prevent Vici Gaming from finding it, so Age is going to be given over to Setsu, and with that, Vici will continue to look to get some map control, instantly starting to sweep inside Cloud's own jungle.
Just seeing if there's anything else. I mean, okay, you got Blink Overgrowth, you got Mech 300-ish gold away, you've got BKB about 600 away. There's stuff coming, for sure, for Cloud, and the Blink Dagger now for the Meepo. It'd be great if he could get into a few more levels just to provide that little bit of extra damage with the Ransack. But I mean, it's such a small window, and now you're having to contend up into the Aegis, so it still feels to me like Beastmaster is the one that needs to go down, and then Marcy needs to follow up when the Phoenix eventually does take part in the team fight. But my big thing is, without the Marcy, do you kill Beastmaster fast enough? I don't think you do.
Definitely not once Snoo's able to pick up the BKB, so they got to try and bring him down beforehand. I was even thinking he could even consider something like a pipe, but that's where FY comes into play. It'd be a great item for the Phoenix. Might even go the Aghanim Shard afterwards as well. But we just see Vici Gaming feel strong enough to even brute force down a T2 tower. There's going to be no way that Cloud can contest this, so feeling like they don't have these timings yet. Like you were mentioning, still a little bit away towards that goal requiring out of the items, but there's more map control going the way of Vici Gaming. Look, Setsu has no care. He's farming a creep way behind a T2 tower. It just showcases the kind of limits they have to the lineup on Cloud.
Yeah, they've got no instant stuns outside of maybe the Meepo to some extent, but he has the Aegis. He knows that he wasn't going to go down too easily, and I mean, it's going to become even worse for Cloud Gaming once he does pick up that BKB for himself. No real reliable lockdown at all.
Smoke up, let's see who they can get. Yang is definitely not the target they're wanting with this smoke, but whatever they can take,
oof, even
we'll be happy to do so. Yeah.
They know that they've got vision there now as well. I believe that's one of two wards that they've got left for Cloud Gaming. One not so useful one outside of the Roche pit, and one protecting the one place that Meepo is wanting to continue farming. So very important that they look to try and keep that as much as possible, but Cloud Gaming might just say, all right, well, you've got this one little area you want to protect. We'll do what we did last game. We'll keep farming 3/4 of the map and we'll give you your quarter.
Mercy's going to be able to stand nearby to protect CSJ in case New wanted to opt for the Roar. Might actually look for Starif instead, as New, he has that Aghanim Shard to work with, so this stun, even though it was just a little bit, was enough to allow the boys to get the slow, and they could easily chase down Starif. And now without the tree for 25 seconds, they might consider about getting some damage onto the tier 2.
Makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, I don't know if anyone can really commit forward to stop it from happening. They're trying to drag the creep wave away, let the regular creeps do the most of the work, which I do like. Mercy's trying to put himself in a position to do the same sort of thing. But I do like this from Cloud. They didn't look to overcommit into a fight. They had no vision around that area, and now's the time where you got to make something happen. You've got...
Oh, they see Ice Limit. This is not good. This deep lane ward's going to be able to scout out the Meepo's progression back to the tier 1 tower and roar into the Sunray. Plenty of damage. Even used the Supernova just in case. I think they saw a TP and that was instantly stopped once the Meepo was blown up.
Well, no Supernova and Roar used. 30 seconds left on the Meepo respawn. I mean, to me, you're not going to get a better chance.
Top lane.
You're
not killing this guy. Yeah, and they're off the mark as well. Star's still going to go for it inside the river, but he's wasted enough time where the boys can start to TP in. He'll still jaunt back to the fight, With the FY Sun Rate, it's just going to repair all the damage that Cloud is dishing out onto Erica. There is no way you're killing this man. In fact, CSJ is recognizing that. It's just going to BKB TPR, but Mercy will have no way to escape.
I can understand wanting to make that play. Like, the way to kill a Spectre or play against a Spectre most of the time, of course, he can haunt in if you try and go on the rest of the team, so why not go on the Spectre? But the fact is, you have almost no tower control, so you're able to TP and reinforcements super easily. That's why I really like the place that Erica was farming, so that it made it as easy as possible. And you had no Meepo. Meepo feels like a huge portion of your damage right now, so with BKBs being used with Unleash, now Vici Gaming know they've got a good 50 seconds where they can just completely farm for free across the map with no real fear.
I think down bottom they know that the Meepo clones are still continuing to the lane. Once again, this deep ward was able to scout it out. Cloud's going to be some trouble. Erica has that Scepter to play with. Macropyre, not going to do too much damage. It needs some control. That's where the Ice Path is able to come into play. Another death for the Meepo. 2 deaths now for him. And there's a hero. You're not scaling into the late game. You need to be one to hit your timings in these deaths. Are definitely slowing that down.
Yeah, I mean, it's important to have that dig, but I feel like you get the gold off the back of a bunch of kills rather than farming across the map with how much of the vision that Vici Gaming control right now. You know, I feel like they've just gotten it the wrong way around on Cloud.
Oh, look at Zeus under the towel.
Yeah.
Are they actually going to go through? Yeah, Eric is in. Why not? Starro for the overgrowth, but Setsu instantly purges it off with the use of the BKB. CSJ feels like there's an opening for him to have some involvement in the team fight, but the instant use of the Roar and the chain control will stop him short. Can Vici Gaming get new out as well? The Beastmaster's in a little bit of trouble for the moment. Off to the left side though, Ice Limit. He feels like he can jump into the middle, but that's not the case. Ice Path instantly into the Supernova. It's going to turn to try and bring it down, but it's fallen way too low to have a hope in a world of escaping it. And Shadow Demon, they'll catch up to him as well. Setsu rewarded with the Ultra Kill. He wants a rampage. He wants to be able to catch up to CSJ, but this man will duck away to make sure that's not an opportunity. But Setsu and the boys are more than happy with what they've gotten.
It's 3 fights now that Meepo hasn't truly felt a part of, right? It felt like he joined super late, you weren't able to get the initial burst, and more importantly, Marcy is a big part of your damage. And, you know, she did her job. She took out the Beastmaster, she took away that Helm of the Overlord aura coming through, as well as, you know, the Inner Beast, everything else that they had, but again, they just need to convert onto something else after that. And I mean, I really like the way that Eric has been building to support that. He wants to not just be a haunt bot. Now he's got the Shadow Step to be able to play around with. And, you know, Setsu, I would give him the MVP so far this game. He has just been everywhere, and he's staying out on the enemy side of the map, enabling Spectre to use all of that net worth to its fullest potential.
Yeah, back-to-back incredible games for Setsu, and should be able to find another kill as well with the help of the Spectre illusion.
Dodged out the Demonic Purge there. Damn good
Just
player when he's on.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Setsu is a incredibly gifted player. It just comes down to some other team components that have been an issue in the past. This guy is... There's no question that he is mechanically gifted and can, you know, be the person to carry games. You know, we saw that last game on the Death Prophet. We see that this game 12-1-4 and already on to his next foe. Catching out Ice Limit. The wards, man. Radiant's Vision. We spoke about the Hawks, but again, this ward at the remnants of the bottom tier 1 tower, that is 3 deaths to the Meepo because of that ward placement.
He just has nowhere else to go, right? Like, that's the one tower that they've been able to take at this point, so he feels safest there. Maybe some of it needs to be, I need some de-warding around here. You can't really afford to buy a gem with how far behind you are, but you know, this is the sort of thing where it feels like they've perhaps been a little overwhelmed.
I'm seeing Butterfly Effect, Pump Fakers, Lightning Bolt, and Mercy as well. This is,
again, they can't do anything without the Meepo, right? So they kind of just need to hang around and fake using their spells. You know, don't tilt. Try and have a bit of fun with it. Here we go. This is the last attempt. Meepo's alive. They're all grouping up around mid. What's the Hawk Vision look like? I mean, when you see Marcy and Zeus together, you know that they're going for some kind of kill attempt or some kind of smoke group up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
They're gonna know. Daytime, Zeus was spamming out the wave and
Radiant are scanning.
weren't able to see him, so they're gonna
Invisible
be off the
lightning
mark.
bolts.
Yes, it's I wonder what they're doing. Where could they be?
And they just
Look
group
at
up
them.
together. They go for their own smoke. Wouldn't have held it against them if they chose to go towards the Dire Ancient camp, just fight under their vision there. Instead, just looking to get a little bit closer, perhaps, towards the Roche pit, towards where they've got the tower control.
Erica just picked up an Orchid as well, so we already spoke about how difficult of a game it is for the supports to deal with the Spectre, and now have even more fun of a time against the Silencers. We're going to see that come into play.
Found
And
ya.
no hesitation from Erica, straight on top of the Shadow Demon, making sure that Setsu now has a much easier fight without having to worry about his own purge. And well, they'll look to back off, just getting the kill onto support, but really the Roche is the prize for them.
This is second Roche as well. Who are they going to give this one to? Phoenix has it already. Beastmaster's got already. Yeah, I guess Ember Spirit can never hurt to just have a lot more of that AoE damage against a Meepo.
I think you give it to Setsu because he's got Scepter.
Yeah.
Ookily dookily. And ages over to the Spectre.
I would have felt physically ill if the Spectre got it. Oh, what a terrible negative shot.
What do you mean, best in the game?
Worst. By far.
This goddamn dispersion that I actually don't think anyone has done. You would, if he was the only person that hadn't picked up a shard, hadn't had a shard in a game, you'd destroy it. You would actually destroy the shard.
Long
You wouldn't want to
respawn
see
time.
this abysmal dagger just around the map. As well, we
Yeah.
will see Erica get another kill. You wouldn't want to see the Aghanim Shard dagger just going everywhere, and it is that atrocious of a shard. You destroy it. I have no doubt.
It takes 1500 damage to be able to proc it as well. It's very deceptive just with the wording of it, right?
Is it 1500?
I'm probably wrong. But anyway.
I don't know. I've got no idea. I couldn't give a goddamn. I couldn't care about this shot. You don't even have to know what it does because you just never see it. There's no point. Just reinvent the shot. You know what? Your next pack's coming up. Your new shot. Not that he needs it. Just change all the bad
Listening
shots.
in. Have a think. Panel, what could the
Oh,
shard
Shadow
be as
Demon.
they go for the GG push?
Oh, he gets blown up. The Setsu is chilling. Nothing to fear. Remnant out, repositions himself just in case they were caught out. And the damage from Zeus is starting to rack up, but once Erica pops the blade melt, he's going to be protected for the moment. And FY sees an opportunity for the dive into the middle. They might be in trouble with the Unleash, but that's where the Roar is able to come into play, covering the ultimate from
GG.
FY. And they will all burn to a crisp as Vici Gaming. Well, this is what you're expecting out of the boys. This
Not
is
the
what
Zeus.
you're hoping for from a Vici Gaming lineup. A clean 2-0 victory, only 6 deaths for them. An incredible series for them to debut Division 2 off of this new roster.